I'm live, baby. Yo, yo, yo. Gun Freak Nation, what's up, baby? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there tonight? Y'all feeling good? I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good, so therefore I'm hoping that y'all feel good. You feel me? What up, though? Still navigating this shit. You feel me? 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 Oh, shit. Listen, yo. I'm giving people to get up in this motherfucker. You feel me? For my West Coast Gun Freak Nation members, you feel me? That's that West Coast funk in the motherfucking building. God damn, that's funky. This shit is funky. Rockstar T in effect, baby. Yo, I have to be the bearer of bad news. That's why I'm glad not too many people came up in this motherfucker, because they're not familiar with the Rockstar T name. TElectrik is dead, and he's not coming back ever. I'll state my reasons for that statement on a future night. But unfortunately, it looks like due to some unforeseen situation, I don't think my brother, Darth Vader, is going to make it tonight. You know what I'm saying? Due to some unforeseen reason, I don't think he's going to make it. So, all apologies. You feel me? Because the brother, we might have to do a reschedule, because the brother got the knowledge. You feel me? He know his shit. Brother know how to reload bullets and shit. Just incredible. And he got some amazing UFO stories. I was gonna show my fucking video tonight, maybe it's just not meant to be. All right, maybe it's just not meant to fucking be. And pay me no mind. Pay me no fucking mind. I don't had a couple of drinks or whatnot. Pay me no mind. But yeah, due to some unforeseen events, I don't think he's going to make it. I tried to call him, 2 or 3 times. He texted me that he was still wanting to do it, but I don't know. I don't know what's happened. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. I love the brother. He's been. Hold on. This doc, man, speak. Oh, my goodness. What up, though, Darth? Let me kill this. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, T. What's up?
Did you get the link?
Yeah, I just came from outside. I was actually outside. Came back in here for the go and hit the link.
Okay, well you can come in whenever you're ready. When you come in, we gonna shoot for at least an hour, because I'm not trying to hold you all night. You feel me?
That's fine, brother.
And all you got to do is click that link. Soon as you click that link, you will be in. You will be backstage.
All right.
Cause I'm live. I'm actually live right now.
What?
Yeah, I'm live right now. So all I need you to do is just click the link.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, now, bro. Yep.
Okay, peace.
Yep. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Look like it's about to go on. What up, though, burner girl? Salute, baby. Salute, Jose. What's up, Jose? What's good with it, my brother? What's good with it, Jose? How y'all doing this Saturday? We about to have an epic live with my brother, Darth Vader. Like I say, he's been down. He's been down with the nation, Gun Freak Nation. He's been down for some years now. He's a day one brother. He's been rocking with me, you know, um, for the longest. You feel me? And hey, Burner Girl, why you ain't got that witch next to your name? That must be YouTube only then. Cause we not on you, we ain't on YouTube. Cause you can ban some trolls when they come in. They get too disrespectful. You know what to do. You know what to do. Send them to Funky Town. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to wear you out because I get my fair share. You feel me? I ain't trying to wear you out. You feel me? But yeah, let me see, did the brother make it up in here yet? Nah, he ain't made it up in here. It's just me, y'all. It's just me. I'm all alone, baby. I'm all the fucking yeah. Pay me no mind. I don't have me a little drink or two. You know what I'm saying? Pay me no mind. T is feeling good. I hope y'all feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I know you got me. I know you got me. I know you got me, and I got you too. I got you too. You feel me? But anyway, yeah, the brother has just stepped. The brother, Darth Vader, Darth motherfucking Vader, is in the building. He's backstage. Let me give y'all a little bit of history about this brother. And if y'all got some questions, let it be known for Darth Vader. Darth Vader been rocking with the nation for some years now, and I love him like he's my real brother. Blood ain't got shit to do with nothing nowadays. It's all about loyalty. Loyalty is what makes you family. Loyalty. Loyalty, not blood, but loyalty is what makes you family in my life. Okay? This brother been rocking with the channel, with the nation for about 4 or 5 years. He done bought my t-shirt, so he support me. And by the way, that motherfucking Gun Freak music is out on every goddamn platform. I meant to put the link up in it. So if any of y'all niggas want to rock it, bounce it, fuck to it, it doesn't fucking matter. I know I'm the profanity, but come on, man. This Rockstar T, aka TElectrik. Come on. If get the fuck on out of here if you that fucking, squirmish or whatever. You can't take language, man. Get the fuck out of here right now. Leave. Be gone. Poof. You're not worthy of my presence. Leave. Okay. But anyway, the brother been rocking with Gun Freak Nation for at least 4 or 5 years now. He supported me, and he's knowledgeable. And believe this shit or not, niggas, extra all of the good juicy questions. And yes, you know what? I'm gonna say that for the show. I'm gonna save it for the show when he come on. This shit, look, I need y'all to hold on to y'all dear life. Hold on to y'all socks. Hold on, because this shit is about to be over the top, out of this motherfucking world, juicy, and just epic. This is about to be classic, okay? Hey, I got some questions for him. I'm pretty sure he got some for me, and we gonna have a good, a funky good time tonight. You feel me? We gonna have a funky good time tonight. Thank you, Burner Girl. Thank you. Let me turn this shit on and get this shit popping. You feel me? You understand? So, without further ado, we got the iconic, knowledgeable, shit, the status of fucking Rambo. We got our own motherfucking superhero here in the Gun Freak Nation. Our own fucking superhero. Hereby, I introduce y'all. Damn, I wish I had my fucking sound effects. Where my sound effects at? I do hereby introduce y'all, or you, to my brother from another mother, the motherfucking badass, super bad, super intelligent, super intellectual to the point to where this brother has been on major, interviewed on the news and ABC News and all that good shit. Anyway, brother, I appreciate you. Come on in, baby. Come
What up, what
on
up, what up, what up, what
in.
up,
Come
Pete?
on in. Yes, come
Gun Freak
on in.
Nation, salute. How y'all doing this evening?
I hope they're doing fine. Now that they are here, they doing excellent. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to give it to them. This is the real and the raw. So, brother,
I got
okay,
that for
okay. No, you looking good right now.
you. Okay,
It's excellent. It's excellent. From my point of view, you're looking, it's excellent. No
all
diddy, no
right.
diddy, but you're good. You're straight, brother.
I
You're
appreciate you. I
excellent. You
appreciate
hear me?
you.
You're excellent. Um, brother, I would like let's take first and foremost, let's take it back to the roots, to the very beginning of we're gonna do two parts to this, okay?
Okay,
I want you to take it. We're gonna start off with the very roots, how you came across this channel, you know, and then how you got into like the guns and and just your celebrity hood. That's
oh
what I want to
man,
get into. That's what I want to
I'm
get
just
into. And then look, people, Gun Freak Nation, this brother is a hero, just like people that's in the medical field. They saving lives and changing people's lives for the better, at least trying to. Just like Burner Girl, just like the William, my nephew William, who's a Florida sheriff down there. We got a lot of members of first responders, members of Gun Freak Nation. I'm very proud of that, brother. But
I appreciate it.
let's take it back to the beginning and tell us, when did you come across Rockstar T? I know you about to say T Electric, but
Well, I just came across Rockstar T the other day, so I'm trying to get used to that persona. But T Electric, T Electric, I ran across T Electric about 4 5 years, just scrolling through YouTube, and this brother feed came through. Shout out Burner Girl, how you doing, baby? Um, and I'm looking, I'm like, bruh, it's all natural. I said, nah, this got to be a gimmick. Let me click on here, and it was when you had started doing the videos in the bedroom, sitting on the bed, and and you had the
the
black
$2 stands. The
Yep,
two
yeah,
dollar,
the
the $2
black one on one
plastic
side.
stands. Niggas gonna been in
Absolutely.
my ass for years saying that shit. They
Yeah,
been
the
in my
black.
ass. I said, leave me and my motherfucking $2 damn stands alone. They like, nigga, you got $30,000 worth of goddamn guns on your bed, nigga, and you
And you
got
got
these two
$4 worth
dollars.
of shells. And I was looking, I was like, okay, let me click on this. This brother seem all natural. Then when you start dancing across the screen, I was like, yeah, that's my nigga. And so at first, when I started watching, I was like, man, this brother got, the type of guns I'm dreaming about getting. And just watching how you was interacting with the crowd, your genuine love for your guns, the whole two-way community.
Yeah,
And it's not a whole lot of us out there that's putting out content. There's not a whole
right.
lot of us with authenticity putting out
Yeah,
content.
right.
And it was just something about your energy, bro, your vibes, your synergy. I just kept coming back and coming back.
And what year
And
was this, brother? What year was this?
man, it was like 2020, 2020, 2019.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It was when
Wow.
and you used to come out with a different video about your guns, your Funky Town cylinders, uh, which ones for home protection, which one's gonna send a funky savage straight to this Funky Town immediately. And I was just enamored with your energy, and I just kept rocking. And the beats, bro, the beats kept
Oh,
bringing me
shit.
back, man. You was like the Pied Piper, and I just kept coming back and coming back, and I just riding with till the wheels fall off, bro. Till the wheels
Wow,
fall off.
man. You know what? I am so thankful, grateful, and appreciative of you and so
Thank you.
many, many more, so many, many others that just show me, love. So never, never get it misunderstood. I might be wild, silly, obnoxious at times, but know this that I fuck with you and I got nothing but love and respect no matter what because you a blessing. All y'all a blessing. You feel me?
Yes,
And
sir.
I
Thank
just
you.
want, I can't thank y'all enough. But I just want to let you know I appreciate you. Thank you all for rocking with the nation over the years. Um, I don't even know where to begin because when we talked on the phone the other day,
Man, we
like
was all over the place,
you
man.
blew me. I mean, it ranged that conversation ranged from your career to like, personal shit, all
Yes,
the
sir.
way to UFOs and those videos that you sent me. And by the way, I found the video and I was able to load it up into StreamYard because
Okay.
for that whatever reason, my media player and the Windows player don't have a MOV codec in it,
Uh-huh.
so it didn't have sound. But when I loaded it up and Restream, I guess Restream got that, and it got the
Hmm.
sound, so you can hear my voice and my family's voice and stuff on it. So I am going to play it. I'm going to try to play it. I know it's up in here. I just got to figure out how you get to it to get it to go across the screen. But let's
Hmm.
take it back to the roots. Is this your real name, brother?
Bruh. Yes, it is. If you Google my name, it's actually a copy of my birth certificate out there on the internet.
Wow.
So, um, so when my mama was pregnant and they was trying to figure out names, of course, she wanted me to be named Junior after my father, whose name was Anthony.
Mm.
And it was like, okay, cool. But my father was one of them guys that was enamored by Star Wars, like everybody else. You know, it was the total mind fuck of the '70s, and he was like, "Babe, we need to name our son Darth Vader." She was like, "Hell no, I'm not doing that to my child." So he was like, "No, no, no, it's gonna be cool. He'll be all right." So went into labor, and he came out and realized what was on the birth certificate, and she signed it. She was like, "What the hell?" She's like, nah, baby, it's cool. He's gonna be all right. I told you that. So when people ask, I always tell people that my mom and dad had tried to ruin my life for the rest of my life, naming me after this dude. Uh, growing up, uh, I was born in Texas, but after my parents split up and whatnot, we moved back to home base, which was Miami, and
Mm.
grew up in Miami from
Wow. How
from
was
like
it in
three.
Miami? Not
Oh
to
man,
interrupt you, but how was it in Miami? I've never been to Miami before, but it
oh
looks,
man,
every time I envision Miami, I think about Scarface and that what's that video game, Grand Theft Auto,
oh
Vice
yeah,
City. I be
nah,
thinking about that, but I'm hearing that Miami got them hoods too, though.
oh yeah. So I went. I mean, I grew up in a part of South Miami, Southwest Miami called Goulds. Goulds.
Mm.
Goulds. Anybody from Miami know where Goulds is?
Okay.
And I grew up down there, and it's just like any other neighborhood back in the '80s.
Uh-huh.
Just uh, breastfed child running wild out there in the streets, playing football and whatnot. All that glamorous life, that one on our side of town. That was
Mm.
further up north. Um, as I got older, uh, elementary school and whatnot, we went overseas. My mother worked for DEA, and so I got the opportunity to travel the world from 8 to 14. And high school was a culture shock because when I grew up overseas, I was the only black kid. So I kind of embraced that, and the other kids did too, because at that point I was rocking the afro, and they ain't never seen no black kid with no afro.
Right.
And so, as I got older, mom was like, "Okay, that afro gotta go. We're finna go back to the states." I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm cool over here. I'm the standout. I'm cool over here." Man, was I in for a culture shock. I got to Miami and back to Miami, and I was like, "Ma, I don't like this. This
Mm.
these." She was like, "Boy, you need this." I'm like, "Oh God." So I went to Miami Northwestern Senior High School, which is in the heart of the hood.
Right.
Um, it taught me a few things, uh, made me more resilient because my school was primarily an all black high school. And along with that became all of the different types of stigmas. Um,
Right.
you know, low IQs, low test rates, teen pregnancy, STDs, all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
And that was really kind of like my first introduction into racism at a young age. Just going to school, so I got
Right.
to be labeled something different because all my peers look like me, and so anyway, it shaped me for the next phase of life, which was actually the military.
Oh shit! Y'all forgot about that. I forgot
Yep,
about that. My bad.
that's all right. So it shaped me for the military. Um, I did what was called the delayed entry program, and I went my junior year in the summer. I went to basic training and came back, finished my senior year, and then went to school for the job that I do now. So I have been doing what I've been doing in the medical field since I've been 18. I will be 48 in January.
Wow.
Um, so
It
what I
don't look a
do,
bit over 28.
appreciate it, man. Black don't crack, bro. Black don't crack. Um, what I do now is my official job title is called a surgical first assist. And what that entails is it's like a scrub tech, but at a more advanced level. And I actually help the surgeon perform the surgery. There are parts of
What?
the surgery that, yeah, there
I
are parts
remember
of
you
the
telling
surgery
me
I'm
that.
doing. Um, uh, Retraction, identifying different structures, knowing the procedure as well as the doctor, knowing the structures as well as the doctor, and then suturing them back up, closing them back up.
Mm.
Um, there's a particular doctor that I work with in Memphis. Remember, I told you I moved to Nashville, but I
Right.
still come back to Memphis to do work. So this particular doctor, uh, he won't do no case unless I'm there. That's how much respect he has for me, and I appreciate that. And a lot of his business is repeat business from the simple fact of how their scars look, and that's my work. And
Okay.
so I handle that with great pride because not only is it a good stamp for me, but it also helps him out too in the long run.
Right.
It
Right.
keeps that revenue flowing because if he's happy and he got them patients coming back, that means I got work and I'm getting money in my pocket.
Exactly.
So
You know what
yes,
tripped me
sir.
out was the true story that you told me that the boat cruise that you took your
Hmm.
wife on, and she
Hmm.
had an accident and broke her leg or sprained her leg or something,
Hmm.
and they you had to end up telling the doctors on the boat
Yes, sir.
how to handle that. They didn't know what they man
Bruh.
yeah, yeah, that you
They
had me gone with that one.
man, it was frustrating because I'm like, I know you see what I'm seeing. You reading the X-ray the same way I'm reading it, and this is a break. My wife is not finna, you know, not have surgery. This got to be fixed.
Right.
So, and when she knew that I knew what I was talking about, especially when we had to put on the splint, put her back in the cast. And I told them, look, I don't need y'all. Just give me the stuff, and I'll do it myself because y'all are making her uncomfortable. You making me upset. And after I did that, they was like, yo, you want a job? You want a job? I was like, how long y'all be at sea? They were like, well, we'll be here 7 months at a time. No, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Wifey ain't
A
going
good
for that.
Now, a
She
good
wasn't
week,
going for that.
a good week, I'm good, but I don't want to be on no book for no 7 months. Nah.
Nah, nah.
And
So,
then go ahead.
Darth Vader,
Yes, sir.
you know me. I got into like guns because the video games and the movies, the Call of
Hmm.
Duties, the Battlefields, Medal of Honors, Resident Evils, Commando, or whatnot. But I wanted to get from you, like, if you
Hmm.
don't mind, you don't have
Yeah.
to, of course, if you don't want to volunteer information, you don't, no
Hmm.
pressure. But can you talk, like, were you in act when you say you was in the military? I
Hmm.
think I remember you telling me that you was like you was in, was it Afghanistan, Iraq, or
Mm-mm.
Syria or something like that?
No,
Where
I
you?
didn't. I didn't. I didn't get into any combat. I got out right before the shit hit the fan.
Oh,
So,
okay,
um, the I got out April of 2000, and I went in June. No, yeah, June of '95. My junior year of high school in the summer.
okay,
Um, we were doing a lot of training missions and a lot of training exercises, and it started to make sense. At that particular time, I had hurt my ankle, so I was kind of transitioning from my unit to what they call med hole because I was getting ready to get out. I was deemed a soldier that wasn't a complete soldier, so I was like, okay, my ankle has been surgically repaired. I'm good, but if you don't,
right.
that's cool. And went ahead and I got out, and my ex-wife, we were celebrating our anniversary, and they called her November of 2001 on our anniversary and said, you gotta go.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Where were they sending her?
Afghanistan and Iraq. She was part of the first unit to ever do what they call a dual rotation. She did Iraq, and then in the middle of them doing that, they gave them new orders and sent her to Afghanistan.
Mm.
Yeah. So I didn't really have a love for guns even in the military. I didn't really
What?
have no, not even then. Mine came. my love for firearms came while she was deployed, and I had a good buddy of mine who was hunting, and I used to make fun of him all the time. I was like, "Man, black people don't hunt." He was like,
You
"This
ain't
one
going no
does."
woods.
I that's what I told him.
Right.
So he was a country boy from Mississippi. He was like, "Man, I'm telling you, man, you come out, you gonna have a good time, man. We're gonna show you a good time. You're gonna enjoy yourself." I'm like, all right. So got excited, went and bought my rifle. I went to Walmart, bought my first rifle, 30-06 Remington 700.
What
And
Walmart is that? That must it had to be some years ago. Cause
oh,
Walmart,
this
you
was
can't even buy no bullets no more at
no,
Walmart.
this was 2003,
Okay.
November 2003.
Okay.
Uh,
Why
went in there.
30-6 though?
I don't know. That was what the country boy said. Hey, you better get your 30-06, bro. I didn't know. All I knew in the military was 5.56. That's all I knew. I didn't know
Oh, wait a
nothing
minute.
else.
Getting back to the military.
Yes, sir.
What was your primary? What was your primary two weapons? Because I know you have your secondary weapon, your sidearm, and you have your main. You told me on the phone, and I forget because I was thinking it was an M16, but M16s was like what Vietnam era, so it's like the M4 or something
The
like that
M4,
before we
the
placed it.
M4, the M4, and the Beretta 92.
What?
So
No
we
Glock?
were
They didn't give
nah,
you a Glock?
Beretta 92. The Glocks were issued to the MPs.
Okay.
We had the Beretta 92s, and the reason we were issued two weapons was because we were what was called a forward surgical team. And the whole concept with the forward surgical team was that in the wars and the previous Iraq War, soldiers were making it back to more advanced care, different echelons of care.
Uh-huh.
And so they were like, we got to do something to help stabilize them to get them from, the battle line to the rear where they can get more advanced care.
Right.
So they came up with the idea of what's called a forward surgical team. It's literally an entire operating room that is placed
In the
behind you,
battlefield.
behind the behind the front line that can receive them, operate on them, take care of them post-operatively, and send them back to more advanced care. So we um, we were an airborne unit that had to be ready to go anywhere in the world and set up within 72 hours.
Wow.
So from the phone call to boots on the ground setup in 72 hours.
Brother, I gotta ask you this. Did you
Yes, sir.
did you jump out of a fucking plane? Did you parachute? Did you please tell me that you did? Please.
I got out before I had to.
Okay.
I
But
got
you
out
did
before I
at
had
least
to.
ride in a helicopter though, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Helicopters, C5,
So
C-130s. Yes, sir.
so what was the particular bullet? I know it's 5.56, but was it like this? Is what I always want to know. Like when you in the conflict zone, in the theater
Mhm.
of war,
Mhm.
the ammo that they issue you for your M4, is it a particular? I want to know, is it a light round or a heavy
Mm-mm.
round,
Full
or
metal jacket.
why is it a certain amount that they put in it? Like, does it supposed to be? Because I'm hearing from people like in Gun Freak Nation, we have a
Mhm.
lot of former military people, right?
Mhm.
And they say they would take an AK 7.62 by 39 over 5.56 any day, because with that AK the enemy just go down. But it's like with the 5.56 cartridge, they keep fighting. They're a dead man, but they're a dead man still fighting because the
Yeah.
bullet is just punching right through them in and out. Versus an AK chopping motherfuckers up.
So what they did was they just kept it simple across the board.
Okay.
And what I realized is the same ammo that we were training on was the same ammo that they was issuing folks out there in the field, which was full metal jackets.
Okay.
So it wasn't nothing special, nothing like a boat tail hollow point or anything of substance. So that's why you see a lot of the soldiers were saying, "Yo, if that dude go down, we get that AK." There's a story about a soldier that he was talking about the 5.56 in battle over in, I think it was either Iraq or Afghanistan,
Uh,
and he hit the dude. He said at least 4 times, and he kept on fighting.
what? I heard them stories.
He kept on fighting. He fell. He shot him. He said he know he had a good body shot. Said dude fell down, caught his wind, got back up, got back in the fight. Shot him
Wow.
again. He fell down, got back up, got in the fight. So there's not a whole lot of oomph behind that 5.56 bullet downrange.
Right.
Whereas when you got that 7.62 by 39, that's a 30 caliber projectile.
Yeah.
So it's got plenty of power behind it, and it's going when it hits you, it's gonna hit you. That's why.
You got that
That's what I'm
right. When
saying.
it hit you, it's gonna get you.
That's why that's why like in the streets,
Yeah.
7.62. That's why they going for them. And it was all about capacity, what they could carry, and
Yeah.
so the military loadout is, let me do a math, like 210 rounds, 6 magazines, one in your 16 chest plate, one in your weapon.
Mhm.
So that's 210 rounds, and it's it's not heavy, but you can imagine having a 30 caliber magazine, 30 caliber weapon with 6 mags. It's heavy because carrying around 3 mags in my pocket of 308, that stuff heavy.
Yeah.
And then the rifle
Yeah.
heavy, the platform is heavy too. So
Right.
yeah. So like I said, I didn't get into guns till like 2003, and my first pistol was that Smith and Wesson SDS, was it SDV, the 9E.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It looked like
That
a
was my,
Glock.
yep, and that's why Smith and Wesson got sued.
Yep.
And that was my first handgun, and then I just started evolving from there. Um, my very next gun after that was a Ruger P345,
Mm.
and uh, and after that T I can't remember, and that was like 2000. That was like 2007, and then
But
after that it just
the very
progressed.
first your very first firearm was that 30-06.
Yep,
So
the Remington.
how many like what was it like to shoot that, and just how devastating of a round the 30-06 is? Can you explain that?
Uh, 30-06 is a devastating round. From what I understand, that used to be the sniper rifle, the sniper round back in, I want to say World War II. Yeah, gun freak, don't quote me on that, but I want to say it was World War II. That was a sniper round, and it has always been regarded as a good rifle cartridge for hunting. And like I said, my buddy was like, "Hey, 30-06, that's what you need." I didn't know no better. I was like, "Hey, 30-06," and firing it, I got what's called scope by it. I got scoped by it. Do you know
Mm.
what that is?
Nope.
All right, that's when you got your damn eye on that damn scope like this, and when you fire it, pow. That's what
Damn.
happens.
Damn. So it looked like you got a black eye or something, basically.
Yep, man, it hurt so bad. I threw that damn rifle down. I was like, man, fuck that rifle.
Fuck that
And so,
rifle.
man, my eye hurt, had me dizzy. I called my homeboy. I was like, man, why you ain't tell me not to put my eye on the scope? He was like, hell, I thought you knew. It's like, man, he was like, you got scope, didn't you? I said, I did.
Damn.
And so that right there
Yeah.
almost discouraged me, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep on going. And I learned to keep my eye away from it and got out there and kept shooting, and it was just fine, man. And then
Wow. So In your collection right now,
Okay.
what is your favorite? What's your number one? And what's your number two?
Okay. Oh.
Oh no, 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 no. Not on the line. Not on the
Oh,
line.
okay.
Not
My
on the
bad.
line. YouTube would hey, YouTube would cut this channel, give me a strike,
Quick.
everything. That
All
fact.
right.
My bad. I should have mentioned that before we even got on the line. My bad, brother.
My
But
bad.
what's your favorite two? Your number one and your number. That was a fake. That was a nice replica made out of plastic. G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, early toy that he got for his son. He ain't wrapped it up yet. Okay, so that was the latest greatest GI Joe with the Kung Fu grip plastic toy. So YouTube, don't cut the. But anyway, what's your one and your two, brother?
Number one is my 12.5 6.5 Grendel. And
Oh,
my number two is actually my carry gun, which is my carry pistol, which is the Canon Mete Prime.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
hearing about them canics. I had two of them. Never got a chance to shoot them, brother. Never got a
Yeah.
chance to shoot them before I let them go. But everybody that own a canic say, hey, they swear by it. Like those are some of the best shooting guns with the best triggers. And
Yep.
one day I'm gonna
It's
get me another one just to see what they talking about.
it's it is nice.
Yeah.
I don't have no words for it. It's compact. Uh, got a great capacity for it to be a carry, and the recoil on it is pretty phenomenal. There's the follow up shots. I can get back on target rather quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, this brother, I forget that he was in the military. He in the medical field. It's like, man, you just the whole full shebang. You know what I'm saying? This is why I am so proud to have people like you, brothers like you, be a part of the nation because you can share your knowledge, your experience, and if you want to touch on it, I mean, if you want to speak on the reload or whatever and how you got into it and like the
Hmm.
importance of it, you more than welcome. I know you got plenty of more to dive into about your earlier life though. So if you want to resume that, I'm just trying to figure out like what shaped you into the hero that you are. Like, I mean, from your daddy, from your
Hmm.
parents, man, they knew you had to be the shit. They give you that name, Darth Vader. This is your real name. And for them to do that, they knew they had a star. They knew it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So you can jump into when you got into the reload because I know a lot of y'all want to know that because I don't know shit about reloading. I got another nephew, um,
hmm.
and Gun Freak Nation nephew, Buns, D Buns. Go to his channel,
Hmm.
check him out. He do the reloading. He got this
Okay.
machine, a 3D printer, and he can design
Hmm.
something on a computer, and that 3D printer gonna make it. I'm like, technology is like just it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, dive into whatever. It's your floor,
Okay.
brother.
All right. So I got into reloading right after COVID when ammo started becoming real scarce, and at that point, uh, way I was head first with the 300 blackout craze, and but there was no ammo to be found. And so, a good buddy of mine at the time, he was reloading, and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna show you how to reload, and so that we don't have to worry about stuff running out." He was a gun freak too, not a gun freak in the channel, but
Right.
he loved guns. So um, he showed me how to reload, gave me the basics, told me the equipment I would need, and before I buy the equipment, come practice at his house and see if it's something that I really would want to get into.
Mm-hmm.
And um, the first time I did it, I fell in love, and I knew it was something that I wanted to continue doing because it's the fact of creating. You can control every aspect of that bullet,
Ooh. Ooh.
how far it travels, how hard it hits, the amount the amount of energy that it dumps on its target, and
What?
stuff like that. And
So
so, like
custom
when I
bullets.
told you, yeah, pretty much. So when I talked to you Monday, and I equated it to creating a beat, you got to have a platform. You got to bring in your mids. You got to bring in your highs. And at the end, you're going to have that beat. And so at the end, you're going to have that projectile shooting the way you want it to shoot. Whether it's a full metal jacket, whether it's uh, a hollow point, whether it's a ballistic tip. So you control all aspects of it. And
Wow.
over the years, I've teed 8,000 rounds.
That's how
Yeah.
many you reloaded?
hmm
Wow. Wow.
Um,
No, let's now I
I've
know
got
when you
I've got
first
some
started,
here. I got the machine here,
right.
and two
So
machines
did
right
you have
there.
to
Yep.
perfect it? It was a trial and error situation?
Trial trial and error. I caught on to 5.56, 300 black, 5.56 and 308 real quick. 308, 308, 300 blackout was the most finicky because you can range anywhere from 110 grain all the way up to 200 grain for subsonics for a suppressor,
Okay.
and you got to balance your whole gas system with adjustable gas block. The buffer system got to be right. The BCG can't be too heavy, and cycling issues, cycling. This year was my final year for dealing with 300 blackout. Any gun that I had
Well,
300 blackout, I
what
got out
about the
of.
supersonic though? That'd be much easier.
Even
The supersonic.
even that, I got rid of everything. I sold my 300 blackout because it was a pain in the ass.
Mm.
When I thought I would have my gun set up and I would go do these little shooting competitions with family and friends and other people in the gun community, and my 300 blackout was always my go-to, and uh, it'll work fine. And then I'll go to slap another mag in, and it's just a jam-o-matic. I'm like, what
Mm.
is going on? And I'm
So
like,
so
man, okay.
so why is 300 blackout more troublesome and it's just a bullet just like the others,
Well,
the 5.56, and I mean, I get it's in the 30 caliber
hmm
family. Is that the reason? Because it's a 30 caliber.
no, the reason being is when you go from subsonics to supersonics. That that
Uh-oh.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Um, when you go from uh, uh,
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. We here. We here. We good. We good. You good.
T.
Yeah. I see you. I see you. You want to leave out and come right back in? I can hear you. I can see you. You good. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Say something. Can you hear me? Obviously, he can't hear me. I don't know what the deal is. All right. Yo, I'm going to have him come back in. I'm going to have him click the link and come back in. And hopefully these technical issues. Now he ain't came back in yet. Okay, there he is. All right, let's bring the brother back in. Hold on. Let's bring the brother back in. And there he is.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the. Can you hear me
I don't
now?
know what happened. I can hear you.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was the
Yes,
that was
sir.
the evil energies that don't want you to give up the knowledge. That's what it was. But we ain't gonna let that stop us. We ain't gonna let that evil force. May the force be with us. We ain't gonna let that stop. We
Nah,
blessing
man,
the
nah.
nation tonight. Y'all get them likes up. Hit that subscribe button. Get them likes up. Check out Darth Vader's channel. I don't know if you got content on your channel, but subscribe to his channel. And yeah, you was in the middle of saying why the 300
300
blackout.
blackout.
Yeah,
So,
subs and supers
uh,
are finicky.
yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say supers, but they can be. It's mainly your subs that are the ones that are finicky. So your supers, what I was experiencing was mine would be more so cycling issues. Even with adjusting my gas block, I was still having cycling issues. Even swapping out my buffer systems. I even went to the that expensive crap JP Enterprises silent capture spring and still having
Mm,
issues. And I don't think it was uh, what I was doing as far as my reloads because other people that had 300 blackout that would shoot the supers I made, theirs ran just fine. And I'm like, okay. So I literally one time broke the entire gun down and replaced all the parts and still was having issues, the same issues.
mm.
So at that point, I was like, you know what? I don't, if I got a firearm that's in the collection that's this unreliable, it's time to get rid of it and focus on
Right,
everything else. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Wow. So
And so
so the reloading has gotta be, man, that's gotta be awesome. To just make your own, your own bullets, and it ultimately it saves you money, I assume too.
it's pricey in the beginning, getting started. Your powder dropper, materials, powders have gone up since it's become more popular nowadays. Components have gone up
Mm,
as well. So in the beginning, it is pricey, but in the long run, it's well worth it.
okay.
Like today, I went by local sporting goods store and bought a 50 pack of 223 to reload for like $38. So
Mm,
38 bucks, you can go and get a 50 pack of Full Metal Jacket, but you're not finna get a quality bullet, which is what I'm loading in right now.
wow.
So you're not gonna get a quality uh, batch of stuff uh, nowhere near $38 using good
Right.
projectiles. Yeah,
And the dope thing about it is you get to make your own custom like bullets to your liking for what you want, it to serve your purpose. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. So if you got home defense and you want to make sure that it doesn't over penetrate, well, depending on where you live at, whether you're urban or if you're in rural, you can pretty much load the bullet not to, you know, have over penetration. Um, 5.56 is going to tumble anyway, regardless, because of drywall and whatnot like that.
Right.
But if you're in urban environments, apartments or whatnot, uh, nah, don't get. I wouldn't recommend 5.56, especially urban, because a lot of that stuff is drywall and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Right.
that's one benefit of the 300 blackout subsonic because it's literally like shooting a 45.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
so even though that 5.5 bullet isn't a big projectile, it still has enough force to go through some drywall and hit an unintended target. Now, if you're in the country, go for it all day. If you're in the country, go for it all day. And
Right.
like I told my neighbor, I live in the country, so I don't have that issue. In Memphis and in Nashville, I'm in an apartment, so I've got guns set up for both purposes. But that's why I tell my neighbor in both places that I don't use suppressor. I want you to hear what's going on. So if I don't have my phone, get to the phone and be like, yo, my neighbor is over there lighting his house up for a reason. Somebody need
Yeah.
to come. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That you're right. Absolutely. I agree with you 1000%. You want people to hear you in distress,
Yes, sir.
And plus I tell people they always be trying to sell me on that suppressor. And I'm like, look, they was like, well, T, you save your ears. My ears is gonna be doomed to begin with because 900% is that them savages when they come in, they're not gonna have suppressors on their guns. So you
Nope.
damned if you do and you damned if you don't. Get you some ear pros, keep them by your phone, some electronic ear pros,
Yeah.
and that's gonna protect you because if it's gonna be a shootout, at that point, you only doing a favor for yourself and the savage's ears. But
Hmm.
I guarantee you, he's not going to have a suppressor. The savages don't have a suppressor on there. They're not. It's just common sense.
It's
So
it's
I
funny. It's
get
funny
you
you
on that.
say that about the ear protection. I actually keep some by the bedside just for that purpose.
Yeah,
And when I talk to new shooters or people who ask me for recommendations as far as like home defense or how should they set it up, I'm like, you do what works for you. But the main thing I always tell everybody, don't go looking for the trouble. You know the layout of your house.
yeah,
You know where is a good hiding spot where you can put something in between you and them for cover and concealability. Don't go looking for them because they've got the element of surprise when you go look for them. You don't know where they at.
right.
You let them come to you, and then you have the entire element of surprise. My whole thing is I'm going in the prone position in the hallway.
Mm,
I keep the house dark for a reason. I keep the house dark for a reason.
yeah.
And my wife was like, "You're gonna blind yourself." I'm like, "They'll be blinded, honey, because I can see in the dark." So when I go and shoot, all they're gonna see is that flash. In case in point, all they're gonna do is fire where they see the flash. But at that point, I can roll back into the bedroom. And
Yeah, you right
you
about
you
that.
laugh you
You right.
laughing, but you laughing,
You
but
right.
my wife has seen me practice some of them drills, and she like, boy,
Yeah.
you is crazy. I'm like, okay, call it what you want.
Call it
Just
what you want.
just get down on the floor
Savage
when you hear
Rag.
them gunshots. Yep, just get
Yeah.
down on the floor
Yeah.
when you hear them gunshots.
That's awesome. So like in a shit hit the fan situation, in an event of a home invasion, what's the
Hmm.
caliber that you what's your main go to? What's your main go to? Like they in there, you know they armed, and
Hmm.
eventually they'll make their way up to you. So what's the gun you going for, and why the caliber? Why you pick this particular caliber and this particular gun?
All right, so in Nashville, home defense, 10 millimeter.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
10 millimeter. Um,
that's that bear dropper.
it is. Them funky, stinking ass bears that's coming through the door. They finna get dropped. And then, and then in Memphis, it's the 6.5 Grendel. That literally is my go to.
Mm,
When I travel on the road, um, going in and out of town, just that is my do all. My 6.5
mm,
Grendel.
mm, mm.
Yeah.
I I'm not familiar with that line.
If I can find a compact uh 10 mil, I carry it. But so far I haven't been lucky. Springfield released one, the XD
Mm,
compact. you can't find them anymore. They
Wow.
released it about 3 years ago. Now you can't find them anymore. They
Wow.
got the 9 millimeter, but not the tens.
Well, what do you think about the Glock 40? Because Burner Girl,
Hmm.
she got I believe the 30 is the 10 mil, but it's the big boy, the one with the longer barrel. Because
Hmm.
I had the Glock 20.
Hmm.
I had to end up, taking that thing back, man. That recoil was I don't mean to sound like no bitch or nothing, but that motherfucking recoil was it was just too snappy. I'm all over the place. They was like, T, just take your time, and with the right training and time you put into it, you'll get used
Hmm.
to it and it'll be more control. I'm like, fuck that. I said, I went from that to 40. Now I'm
Hmm.
back at 9 millimeter because I want something that I'm going to be able to place those shots and continue to land them shots and not be all over the place. I don't like all that heavy recoil. You know.
So my 10 mil actually is the full size Springfield XDM, and it is surprisingly tame
Mm,
compared to other 10 mils. And I have a FN 10 millimeter. The FN is way more snappier than that. I don't know if it's because the barrel is longer on the Springfield or what, but it is a lot more manageable in the Springfield than it is um, the FN.
okay.
And what happens is also what helps too is the grip placement. So Springfield has a button that you move up from down to up to release the slide. And so what I do with my support hand, I have my thumb riding down on there so it help absorb that recoil. So I
Mm,
don't have all that bounce. It's
right.
still it's still I still get some muzzle flip, but not like if I'm just holding uh, just the butt of the gun and shooting. If I have my thumb right there to counteract the muzzle flip, it's not as bad. And I
Mm,
still do the same thing with the FN, but even doing that, the FN is still snappier than the Springfield.
okay. Okay. I got another question for you.
Okay.
Is it like I've had in my collection? I've had many, many high end guns.
Yes, you
They
have.
were dope. They were dope, but they
They
didn't really
were.
do nothing for me like that, and I
Hmm.
didn't do nothing for because I would buy a gun, let it sit in the safe for like 2 years, and take it out and shoot it one time and put it back in there. But my question for you is, which you think? I know this is subjective in
Hmm.
opinion only, of course. What is the greatest joy? And would that be getting like a high end? Well, it ain't got to be a high end gun, but a gun you always have wanted, or custom building your own. Like, what's the satisfaction? The factor, like, which you would get out of that situation. Like the joy of just creating something.
Hmm.
Building it yourself and truly customizing it, or Daniel Defense, or you know, um, all these other high end companies. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? What in your case? I'm asking you
Okay.
the greatest joy. Where would it come from?
So my one of my grill guns that I wanted was the um, Scar 17, and it was. I felt like I had arrived when I got it. I got it on a good deal, and I traded a couple guns that I weren't even shooting, and it was man, it was the greatest joy next to my marriage and the birth of my daughters.
Mm,
So
mm.
um, I called everybody. I got a Scar 17. I got a Scar 17. And when I was shooting it when I first started shooting, I was like, this it? And I was like, I could build an AR-10 and get the same amount of joy for. I tried all kind of different optics on it. The thing would be heavy. It would tear up the optics. I'm tell you right now, Scar 17 is an optic killer.
What?
Yeah, it is because that
Even like
that
EOTech
piston.
or ACOGs,
No,
it couldn't have.
those are designed for them. There's a design around that to help withstand that recoil. But
Okay.
because of all that reciprocating mass, that bolt in there with that piston, it's a big chunk of metal. And so as it's just slamming back and forth and ripping out those 308 cases, some optics cannot stand that recoil. The the
Mm.
the point of impacts would shift, your zero would shift. Hell, some of the optics would even pop off.
Wow.
Even though you torque the lugs down, it would even pop off. And um, later on down the road, I started having cycling issues, and I was like, okay. So I did a competition where I entered in the class where I could shoot heavy guns, which was 308 or 6.5 Creedmoor,
Mm.
and it would fire two shots and then it would start jamming. So I had to drop out because I had a non-functioning weapon. Um, got back to the firing line and let some guys look at it. I don't know what happened, but one of the lugs on the bolt head sheared off.
Damn.
And so I called FN, and FN said there's an 8 month waiting period. I was
Wow.
like, 8 months? I said on the boat. They were like, yeah, we're discontinuing it. I was like, great.
Damn.
So I talked to a few of the guys from the competition. Like, man, what would y'all do? One guy was like, look, if you're trying to get rid of it, I'll buy it off you. And I was like, well, I know what I paid for it. And said I would like to get what I paid for it. And he offered me about 600 more than what I paid for. I was like, fine.
What?
Yep. Even knowing that it had that issue, he still wanted it. I was
Right.
like, go ahead. And so after that, uh, I threw away my grail list and said that don't go chasing unicorns, especially when it comes to guns. Guns are a money pit.
Yeah.
Guns are a money pit.
Pretty
You are
much.
better off. You are better off building. Um, just like reloading, you control every aspect of the gun. And unfortunately, due to YouTube
Yeah.
compliances, I can't show you. So
Right.
um, one thing I have, one of my guns is my trainer. And what I mean by that is people who want to get used to or get into firearms or who haven't shot an AR-15 or, have this particular model and want to see how to jazz it up,
Right.
I will show them this. So I got a Radical Firearms gun, RF-15, bought at my local gun shop for $400.
What? You know
Um,
what? That was like one of my favorite. I told you that on the phone. That was like
yeah,
my favorite AR rifle. That was the second AR rifle, well, pistol that I've owned. The very
Radicals,
first
yeah.
one, it was a ATI Omni Max, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just now getting into like that was my first AR pistol. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know shit about no guns. I didn't know that, by it being plastic, I didn't care. I'm like, you know what? Glocks are polymer and it functions, flawless. So I don't have anything, against, a polymer
Yeah.
AR-15. But that was my first AR pistol. But the second one, it was a Radical Firearms. It was metal or steel or whatever that
Mm-hmm.
upper was made of. It wasn't polymer. And to this day, it'll be my, I don't have like Mark 18s and Tavoys, um, this Galil Aces, which is not a AR-15, but mine shot five five
Mm-hmm.
six.
Yeah.
Them all, and that Radical will always be my favorite.
Yep.
It'll always be my favorite.
And so I've got a Rise Armament 535 trigger in there, uh, the buffer system, Lantec nickel boron BCG in there.
Mm.
Got a
I had that in my reticle. Everything was nickel
C.
boron out, even from
Yeah,
the spring,
yeah,
the buffer spring. That was
yeah.
nickel boron. Everything was, yeah, it was dope. I'm gonna
And
get that
so,
motherfucker back.
see, and so I show people this and let them know. I said, you can go out there and spend that money on that Daniel, or you can take that money, go get this gun, strip it down, put all quality parts inside of it, and then you still have money left over for training, ammunition, and hell, put your money back up and do something else. Don't,
Right,
because once you go and buy that 18, 19, $2,000 Daniel, you still got to get an optic, a light.
right,
You
right.
got to change out the trigger because they're mil spec. And so I try to save people the money and the heartache from dumping all that money in there and becoming a money pit.
You know what?
So,
That was a great point that you brought up, because you bringing
mhm,
it up, it brought me back to what we talked about the other week on the phone.
mhm,
You was like, don't be going out buying gun at the gun at the gun. You was like, put some time into that gun and like invest in the gun and the system and how to use it. We
mhm.
you were saying something along those lines. Can you
Yeah, it
can you
was.
repeat that?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for invest that money in training, ammo, stockpile your ammo. Um, you know, if I'm more afraid of the person that has 5,000 rounds through that $400 rifle than who got 5,000 guns and only shoots one every month.
That was
Because
me.
guess
That
what?
would be me. That would be me. That would be me.
Now,
So don't be afraid of T. You just said, but what you just said, it
yeah,
makes fucking absolutely fucking 1 millionth sense. Please
yeah.
keep giving us knowledge. Repeat that
And
again,
so,
brother.
don't fall into the hype. Now, I'm gonna be honest. My best shooting AR-15 is my LWRC. That right there, I'll never get rid of. I'll never get rid of that. Anytime I shoot, if I do a competition or I'm doing some shooting around the house with my boys, or I got somebody coming, yeah, I'll put them on a trainer. But I'm finna pull out that LWRC. I have had that LWRC for about 10 years,
Mm,
and it has never failed me. It has chewed through everything, steel case, reloads, everything. It has never failed me. That
wow.
that that is my baby. That
Mm,
is my
mm, mm,
baby. Um,
mm, mm, mm.
but like I said, people who starting out, don't fall for that hype. Don't fall for, you got to get a Daniel Defense.
Right. Don't
You
fall
got to
for the
get
hype.
a. You got to get a. You got to get the HK MR 556. You got to get this. Don't fall for them names. Get you a basic rifle. Get you a PSA and get it jazzed. Put everything in there that will help you be a better shooter, and you run it until that bore is smooth. Change out the barrel and keep it going.
Right. 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 Right.
You
That
don't you
is
don't
some
have
excellent.
to you don't have to it it, it frustrates the hell out of me. New people that go out spending all that money on the gun. Now, just like
Right.
you, T, I fell for the hype early in my journey. I'll call it.
Yeah.
I fell for that
Yeah.
hype.
Yeah.
Uh, scheming how I'm gonna get this and this, and then you end up falling in debt for what?
Yeah. Right. I
So
mean, I
so
was spending a
I've
lot of money on guns just to look at. I didn't never really
yeah.
get them to the range like I should have, and it was like it was that Call of Duty, man. It's all Call of Duty's fault.
Yeah.
It's
It's
all
it,
Call of
I'm telling
Duty's
you, man,
fault.
them guns are like children. They got to be
Yeah.
fed. You can't, and if you got all them kids, you can't feed them. They go hungry. I mean,
Yeah.
Then what you gonna do? And
Right.
so, like you, um, I've dwindled my collection down substantially, and started um, not necessarily collecting, but start positioning myself for what purpose does this gun have? And every gun now has its purpose. It's
Mm.
not sitting up in
Mm.
the safe, not pulling out. It's like, look what I got. No, every gun has its purpose. If
Yes.
I don't have a purpose for you, I do not need you.
Right.
And
Right.
so that's matter of fact that you can relate that to anything. That even relates to people. If you don't serve a purpose in my life, I do not need you.
Hmm. Amen.
So yes,
Amen.
sir.
Yeah.
So uh, as you grow in the gun community, you'll go through those phases.
Yeah.
Because when I first started, I thought that I wouldn't be that guy that get to the point where man, I gotta get rid of these. I thought I was always gonna be that guy that was like, yeah, man, come in my gun room, look at all these guns.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm looking at all that money you just got sitting there because
Yep.
is
Yep.
because
That's
in as well as I do, as well as all the Gun Freak Nation members know, we're living in some perilous times. And at any given moment, you might have to pack up the car and go. I can't take 16, 17 guns with me.
yep.
I can't.
What up? See what
I'm
I'm
finna
talking about? What up with your 893 guns? What up? You
and
see,
I
you ain't
can
gonna be able to take all that shit with you when that shit
and
hit the fan. What up? So
nah, you
listen
can't.
to this wisdom.
I mean,
Listen.
I drive a pickup truck, and my goal in my mind, I hadn't practiced it, but I always believe in being prepared. But my goal is, if shit hit the fan, my goal is to get everything that I cannot live without in my truck in 20 minutes.
Mm,
That's it,
mm, mm,
and that includes um, guns, cash, medicine, supplies, clothes, guns, food, everything in 20 minutes. If I don't have it, I just don't have it. I
mm,
just don't have it.
mm. Y'all hear that,
So,
Gun Freak Nation? The brother is dropping some hella knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like
mhm,
button. You know what I'm saying? To show the appreciation that the wisdom that this brother is dropping on us. You know what I'm saying? I'm even learning some shit. You
mhm.
dig? So this is where I having somebody like him, a hero, a part of the nation, man. It just makes me proud. You know what I'm saying? And this brother he's not new to the nation. He's been rocking with us for 5 years now.
Yes,
5.
sir.
So, he's a day one. And thank you for, and once again, I told you I wasn't going to be trying to hold you. So at this point,
Oh, T,
brother, at this point,
bruh. My time is your time, brother. I'm here.
I appreciate that because in a minute, we gonna get into the T files.
I
Tino
heard.
dug up that UFO video, but brother, the stuff, the pictures that you sent me, and that video, what the hell? You, hey, let me explain this, Gun Freak Nation. Imagine this: close your eyes and imagine you stepping into your backyard and you seeing a orb, and you look at it and it's like the orb is looking back at you and you trying to figure out what the hell this thing is. It's not no reflection, ain't nothing around that could possibly illuminate this thing, and it is a round orb, a right
You
orb,
saw you
right?
saw that you
So
saw that red orb, and I wish I would have videoed it, but I wasn't thinking because I just for one, I stood there looking at it, and
yes.
you see how dark it was out there because you saw the tree lines
Yeah.
on the property.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
I'm out in the country,
Yeah.
so the trees are pretty tall. So
You got
that
like
is
two
sitting.
anchors of land, right? You got like
Oh
two
yeah, we
anchors of land.
yeah, more
So
than that. It's about four.
okay.
And
And you
so
come outside in your
in the middle of the
backyard and you
night,
see
yep,
what?
I see that red orb just sitting there. not
And in the
moving.
picture in that video, it looked right though. It looked like
No, no,
it was
no.
right.
That no, that picture was actually me shooting a bucket at nighttime. That wasn't that.
Oh shit! God damn! I thought that was a UFO. That was a bucket.
No,
Oh
no,
shit!
man,
My bad. My
that was a
bad.
jug of water. Nah, bro, that was a jug of
Oh
water. I was out
shit!
there
I
shooting at
thought that
night.
motherfucker was an orb. And all that
No,
time, it was a right bucket. I'm thinking, God
yeah,
damn, he's seeing a UFO. The UFO looking back at him. I'm like, how in the hell did you get a picture that goddamn close?
nah,
But
man,
that wasn't
nah,
it. That was a
no,
bucket.
nah, that
Damn.
was a bucket. No,
Wow.
when I sent you that light, that red dot, that was the orb that was up in the sky that was sitting right above the tree line, but it
Okay.
didn't move, it didn't do anything, and I'm just standing there watching.
Yeah.
So I pulled out the phone to zoom up on it, and as I was zooming up, you see how it just got bigger. It's like a red dot,
Yeah.
and I snapped a picture. And as soon as I brought my phone down, it was gone.
God damn. But I saw the picture. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Do I still got that motherfucker? Hold on. If you don't mind, you don't
absolutely.
mind, do you?
Nah, go ahead.
But damn, I ain't got it no more.
Oh man, see, they done got you.
Damn, they don't got me. I ain't got it no more. But I remember it was up in the sky
Yep.
and it was like the same color of the object that I saw. And I told you the story. I was coming home
Hmm.
from the hospital, visiting my mom, and
Yeah.
I used our battery plan, trying to stimulate her brain. And
Yes, sir.
playing out her favorite, music and shit. So I get back, pull up in the driveway, me and my son and I, we headed back into the house, but something caught my attention that just didn't look right. And it was far right. And I was like, what is that? It caught my attention, something kind of low, reddish
Hmm.
orange, and I don't hear no sound. And I was getting ready to go in the house, but something just told me to stay there, to stick around, because what I saw is just didn't seem right. You feel me?
Yeah. Hmm.
So we conversated. My son and I conversated. I'm killing time just to get this, whatever this thing is, to come closer. As soon as it got close, it stopped. If it knew that we were watching it, because this thing was floating, it was flying,
Yeah.
like gliding, but it got maybe two blocks over, and it stopped. And I'm looking at it, my son looking at it, and I'm like, what the fuck? The first thing that came to my mind was the Phoenix Lights, the 1997 Phoenix Lights with the
Yeah, you were
boomerang
telling me
craft that
about
flew.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And people were saying, they were seeing reddish orange orbs, right? These lights.
Hmm.
So when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, I instantly like, that's the same shit that they saw in Phoenix back in '97. And it wasn't no material, it wasn't no drone, and what up and down sure wasn't no Chinese lanterns, okay? Chinese lanterns don't change, they don't move left and right vertically. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
or horizontally. They don't just do that shit like that. They don't stop. And plus this thing, whatever this object was, it was it looked like lava, like some volcano lava. That's what it looked like. But it also had like little dark patches in it, and it had like light spots, dark spots. At the same time, it was like shit, like swimming around in it, like just it's like liquid and shit, like swimming
Hmm.
around in it. Um, it was one of the most beautiful colors that I ever fucking seen in my life, and I haven't seen since. When I tell you this thing was like amber, but it was soft, and it was like
Hmm.
it was like reddish orange, like fucking lava, like a lava ball, or orb.
Hmm.
It didn't cast any light, meaning that I didn't see anything. It wasn't emitting light to illuminate anything. The light source was trapped within. Um, as we watched, all of a sudden it started to get, it went from like a little soft light to as if someone or something was turning a dimmer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it got brighter and brighter. And when it started getting real bright, you start hearing like buzzing noise, like electricity. And then it started dripping shit like it molten metal. You know what I'm saying? Molten metal
Yeah.
lava. It's like it started dripping shit. Right when it done that, another one's just spun up from behind the trees. And it went up to the original orb, and it was like some geometry shit. Like the orb number one was right here. Orb number two went up to it and was like right here. And right there, it was like geometry, and it sat there for like 2 minutes. At that point, when I saw that, when it came up from behind the tree, the second one, I just ran in the house screaming UFOs, UFOs out there. My brother Bug, rest in peace, Kurt,
Mm-hmm.
rest in peace, and my niece, they jumped up, ran out. I ran in the house to get this old ass 2010 non HD JVC camcorder. Using this dude, T was on this freaky shit, and I was using that camcorder. You know, I like to, but anyway, I said I hope it's some battery left, and I ran out, popped up in that viewfinder, zooming in at that bitch. I don't see shit in the viewfinder. And at the same time, my niece pulled out her phone to record. It wasn't showing shit in hers. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this shit not showing up? I know it's an old, dilapidated camcorder, but something should be still coming up. And I don't see shit in the
Mm-hmm.
viewfinder. So I only filmed it, it might have been like a minute because I didn't think it was recording. I didn't think it was picking anything up. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped recording. Only later that night, when I hooked the camcorder up to my computer, to my desktop, I said, I'm gonna see did it capture anything. Even if it's just us talking, saying what
Mm-hmm.
we saw.
Yeah.
So what happened was it caught the two orbs. When I told you they was like this,
Yeah.
it caught that, and it caught the part where it was a plane that was flying either over them or underneath them. So they must have been kind of high in the sky. Um, but it was a plane. As that plane approached, they blinked out. As soon as that plane moved on, they reappeared. And at some point, and this is when I had, after all this took place, after I had cut the camera,
Mm-hmm.
after I turned it off. They stayed there for like another 2 minutes. We just in awe, just looking at them, and all of a sudden, they just started to float off, and we lost, eyesight of them when they floated off into a bank of clouds, cloud of banks, and but I'll never forget that as long as I live. And the footage that I got that I'm going to try to show tonight, if you pay attention, because a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people gonna be, I don't see shit. That ain't nothing and all that. No, if you look close to this in this video, if you look
You'll
close,
see it.
you'll see the two orbs looking like two stars, but it's one right here and one right there. You gonna know it's not a star. It's right there, rock solid up in the freaking sky. And a plane was approaching, and they blinked out. And everybody was like, where they go? They disappeared. They disappeared. Where they go? They just disappeared. But right after that plane moved on, I think it was like flying underneath it. So that tells me it was kind of high. They reappeared, and it was up in there, like sitting up in the sky, rock solid. And all of a sudden, they just took off, and we lost track of them when they flew into a bank of clouds. That's what I got right now loaded into Restream. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to try to play it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me let me go. Let me see. Add scene. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
Okay, I don't know how I've done that shit. I'm trying to find the video that I put on there. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me see. And I'm gonna show this to y'all. Let me see. I think you hit the plus symbol, and then let's see video storage. Let me click on video storage. Click on that motherfucker. All right, y'all. You ready to see it?
Yep.
All right, I'm about to play this motherfucker. Can y'all see what y'all see on the screen? Wait a minute. I don't think my shit. There we go. We know this. I first noticed. I can't. It ain't even coming up on my camera though.
Me neither.
I'm the first one that noticed it.
Back in the house. Back in the house with you.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all see
Yeah.
it?
Like that.
You
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
One of
You
them
see
just
it
came
too.
from out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
met
I
up with
see
the
it over in
other
the
one.
corner right there.
One of them came from out of nowhere and met up with the other one. It came and floated up from behind them trees.
It looks like they're trying to go now. Yeah.
An airplane flew right between them.
Yeah.
No, they just disappeared.
Yeah, they're going now. That's what I was
Told you they
saying.
disappeared. Man, that's how I know that shit that happened over in Phoenix. That's it. That's it. Now I gotta figure out how to get this shit off the screen. That's it. Hold on. Wait a minute, I gotta figure out how to get this shit. Hold on. Let me remove that motherfucker. Hold on. There it
Okay.
is, y'all. I've been telling y'all I had the shit on motherfucking on videotape, nigga, and I finally showed it. That's some exclusive ass shit that ain't never been showed on this YouTube. That shit happened September 2016, and I saw the shit personally, with my own damn eyes, and y'all saw. Did you see it, Darth
I
Vader?
saw it, bro. I saw
You
it.
saw the two
I
orbs
saw.
that's
I
sitting
saw the
there.
two orbs, and then
Yeah,
I saw that
yeah,
bright light in
right.
the the right hand side of the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
Mm.
another video on my ring. I'm gonna have to load up into Restream where it was an orb that materialized in between somebody's house, and that motherfucker, it was a right orb. Well, I don't know what color it was, but the ring
Mm-hmm.
camera came off as right on the ring camera, and it materializes in between their driveway, and then it just starts to slowly float up, and then it just took off and went up up in the sky, and it just took off, and I got that on video too. My ring camera caught that,
Mm-hmm.
and what happened was that particular day, one of my cats, Sig, had ran away, and I
Mm-hmm.
used to be checking my ring camera to see if Sig was out there. So I'd be on the intercom, on the ring, you can look at it on your phone, access the
Yeah.
camera on your phone. So I was
Mm-hmm.
going on my phone, on my ring app to see was Sig on the porch. So I'm on the phone, on the intercom saying, Sig, Siggy, Siggy, that's what I called him, Siggy.
Yeah.
And as I'm calling for him on the intercom, I didn't even notice all that shit happening until I saw it. Like it was like it just went up out of the frame of the camera. That's when I noticed it. So when I rewinded it back, I was like, holy shit, this is a fucking orb. And my ring camera, that's gonna be the next video. But I'm glad I showed it because there was a lot of people that was doubting me. A lot of people saying, T, you ain't got no video. I don't believe you got no video. Well, I got the video and I
Yeah.
showed it, and that's my truth right there. And it wasn't just me that saw it. But you say you saw this thing, this red orb, and how long
Yep.
was it up in there, and why did it take off when, like, did it know that you was watching it? I mean, what was going on?
So because of how dark it was out there when I took that picture, you see where the camera flash lit up the tree line. And so, being out there in the country in the dark, when you see that bright light just all of a sudden flash, you're like, well, what the hell? And like I said, when I brought my phone down to look back up there, it was gone. And then remember I told you too, a couple of years ago on the Ring camera, there was a spot in the backyard in the corner that lit up for a whole hour and then was gone.
What?
It
Yeah,
was
I
at
remember you
waist level,
told me
yeah.
that.
It was at
Yeah.
waist level, and so I kept looking at the Ring camera, kept looking at rewind the footage, rewind the footage, rewind the footage, and I walked out there to that spot. There's nothing reflective out there. There were no footprints out there in the grass. Nothing was disturbed. It was a white light. I showed my wife one time, and she was just looking at it like I I don't know what to say.
Right.
And still to this day, that was probably one of the most puzzling things that the Ring cameras got has ever
Yeah.
caught. And we got four of them around the house.
Right.
And so
Right.
that one, oh, and I'll take that back. It wasn't a UFO, but had a chair on the front porch. Uh, we got a chair on each side of the door, so we go out there, sit on the porch and whatnot. One of the chairs was sitting in front of the door.
Mm.
It was turned like somebody was sitting in front of the door, just watching the door. And I went back, rewound the footage, and you don't see the chair move. You see the chair sitting at its regular spot, and then you see it sitting facing the door.
Wow.
Yep,
Wow. That
that's
happened at your
unexplainable.
house.
Yep, happened at
And
my
you
house on
still
the front
living there.
porch.
And you're still
Still there. Well, they're in Nashville, so more so Nashville than there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if this don't have anything to do with religious beliefs or anything, but um, regardless of what you believe, in the back of your intelligent mind, you have to know or you have to wonder if we can't be the only intelligent beings,
Right.
not only in this galaxy. There's several galaxies out there that
Right.
we hadn't even scratched the surface on discovering.
Yeah.
You
In the
you
oceans
you
too.
can't be the only beings out there.
We can't. It's something far,
There's
far.
there's cer-
Yeah.
there's something else there.
Something else is
There's
there
something
that
there.
is so fucking advanced that we can't even really comprehend it with our human minds. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's just, I believe with them, they don't, time and space and all that stuff don't exist
Hmm.
to them. They don't go by the Mother Nature or the
Hmm.
the laws of physics here on this earth. They're not restrained to it like we are. Because the
Hmm.
way I feel is that time is everything and everything is time. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? And all we got is time and we don't know how much time we got left. So
Yep.
this is, we dump every time. Everything is about time. It brought you into this world, and it's going to eventually take you out. And every day that go by, that's our time. We're getting closer to it. It's just a simple. But what if they didn't obey that? That's just something in this human world that we're living in. They might be so fucking superior. Like, think about this shit. They, wherever they may be coming from, or they could be
Hmm.
interdimensional. They could be us from the future, making sure that we don't fuck up shit with do some dumb shit like start another nuclear war.
Hmm.
Because a lot of these orbs and shit or objects have been seen over military installations, over
Yep.
nuclear facilities, you know, and it's a reason for that. And they know that we know that they exist. The government know, and I don't know what the ultimate game plan is, but I'm telling you, it's something. I saw it. Y'all saw the video. Y'all just saw my video. For all you naysayers, for all you debunkers, for all you don't know what you talking about, to you, for all you what ups that was like it's a Chinese lantern. No, y'all saw the footage. It was two orbs, and then I got the chance to see it when it first came up and approached. And I my jaw, I was just mesmerized that I did not want to move. I was just mesmerized looking at this thing because I knew it wasn't from this world. And when it got bright and started dripping that shit, and it spawned another one from under the tree, I was just compelled. Then I'm like, shit, fuck this. I got to get this shit on video. They putting on a fucking show.
Yeah.
They putting on a fucking show. So let me run in here and get this camcorder. And that's the footage that I wish I would have just filmed longer. But at that time, I wasn't seeing shit in the viewfinder. So I'm like, I'm just wasting time. But I knew it was just one of the most experiences that money cannot buy. And I wish I can see something like that again. You know, I don't know why, but it was me, my brother Kurt, my niece Bree, and my son Keith. My son Keith. It was the three of us and Bree kids. Forgive me, I'm buzzing a little bit, but I would have named their names too. But listen, we saw that shit, and I'll never forget that as long as I live. And I never to this day saw a color that beautiful, man. It was like it wasn't mechanical. This thing was like, imagine a ball of fire or lava or something, substone, and in its brightness. It was very substone, very amber, but it was reddish orange, and it was pulsating. It was stuff swimming around in it. It was pulsating, and I
It
just
was
never seen
alive.
a light. Yeah, I just never seen a light that beautiful before. And then it just got real bright like the sun, but it didn't cast any light. And that's when it started like dripping that like molten metal, like fire. And I believe I put two and two together years later. I think that the shit that it dripped off formed the second one. That's what I'm thinking, because the second one, think about it. When that shit was dripping down, another one came up from behind the tree. I think the shit that it dripped formed into another one. And let me touch on this shit for a second. Back in the 1990s, the 1997 March 13th Phoenix Light sighting, people said that big mile long boomerang craft that they saw going across the state, they said they had these lights on them, right? Where it was like they was deep in canted lights. They said fire like molten metal was dripping from the motherfuckers, and it'd come out, and then like it'd suck it back in, it'd drip it and suck it back in. That's what a lot of the eyewitnesses said. Now fast forward 40 years later, at Congress right here in Capitol Hill, they talking about this shit, and a lot of our top military brass went in there and testified what they saw, what they witnessed. And one of the guys, I think he was a captain, he was on this Navy ship. He said what appeared was an orb, and from that orb, a motherfucking boomerang shaped craft appeared. And they said when it materialized, it was lava looking shit and gold, some type of liquid that looked like gold, and it was swirling around it. That shit is fucking that. If they technology like that, imagine that shit where something or orb materializes into a boomerang craft, and liquid gold and fucking like lava is dripping all around it, like just that is some crazy out of this fucking world shit. And I know I sent you the video of that of the orb that got hit by the Hellfire missile that was fired from the drone. Did you see that video? Did you
I've
watch
looked
it?
at it several times. I did. If that right there, if you don't believe that there's anything out there after watching that video, something wrong with you.
Exactly.
Something wrong with you.
And you know what? The next
You saw
day,
those. You saw those three smaller fragments break off and float right next to it.
Right.
Now, if the hellfire hit this quote unquote object, one, it would have went down. Two, there would have been three smaller projectiles that splintered off and floated alongside of it. That's just not
Right.
how gravity works.
Exactly. But what I want to tell you is, I think I mentioned this to you
Mm-hmm.
on our phone conversation. NASA recently, from time to time, they have a live feed, camera feed up there. So what the
Mm-hmm.
cameras see, we see down here on Earth. These motherfuckers, these NASA motherfuckers, they filmed a fucking UFO parade or a motorcade or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That shit was caught from their live feed. And then
Mm-hmm.
they cut it. But what people was able to see, because it'd be people recording that shit for situations exactly like this. So
Mm-hmm.
what I observed, and it's on the YouTube, this shit, y'all. The NASA UFO live feed video, and it should pop up. Man, it was
Mm-hmm.
some type of motherfucking craft. It was like orbs within. How can I say this? It was like bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
It looked at crazy, and it was transparent. You could see the outline of it, and it was orbs like within it. But the actual craft, it was like it was trying to cloak itself, like some type of cloaking device. But you could see
Mm-hmm.
the outline of it, and NASA filmed. It was like two different parts. It was like two groups of them. And the only thing I can say that it looked like that I ever seen was, remember the Iraqi jellyfish UFO? Did you ever see that footage of the
No.
jellyfish? It was a jet. It looked like a freaking jellyfish, and it was transparent, and it was able to pick it up on their cameras. It was
Mm-hmm.
a they have cameras, looking out for suicide attackers and shit, So they while they were scanning the base looking for doing security, looking for
Yeah.
suicide attackers, they captured this crazy looking object that looked like a jellyfish that was just flying across, and it was cloaked where people, was flying above soldiers and they didn't even see it. But the camera was like using some type of special infrared or some type of whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and it detected it and it was able to follow it. Google the Iraq jellyfish UFO and it'll pop up.
Wow.
So why I bring that up is that whatever these objects was, it looked at
Mm-hmm.
crazy like that. It looked at
Wow.
crazy like that, and it was like they was gigantic. And then all of a sudden, NASA realized what they was filming, recording in real time, and they cut
Mm-hmm.
the fucking live feed. They know about this. The
Yeah.
government knows about this. See what it is. It's a technology race. Back in the day, it was the atomic race where
Yeah.
we
The
was
arms
trying to,
race. Yeah.
Russia. We was trying to beat Russia into, being the first atomic power or whatnot. So right
Mm-hmm.
now, what we're going through right now is it's a technology race. I believe that they don't get in touch with something or they don't recover something, but I just don't buy into a recovery shit. If they got it, it's because they wanted it to be got. Because these
Yeah.
motherfuckers is just too fucking advanced. You can't tell me something that comes from another galaxy don't come down here and crash. No, if you that advanced, it's gonna be uncrashable.
Yeah.
If you that advanced, I don't buy into that. I just don't. But I think that they having a war. It's a technology race between Russia and China. And they don't want China to be the dominant one because that's what their goal is. China wants to be the dominant country in the world,
Yep.
you know.
And I just looked over and saw where Mr. 57 by 28, he hit the nail on the head. Um, some people are too scared to accept it for what it is.
Yeah,
Your eyes aren't going to lie to you.
right.
You see what you see and you know what you saw.
Yeah,
But what happens is that rational part of your brain tries to make you believe you really didn't see what you saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me try to put it in a way where you'll think that it's normal. Let me normalize this for you. And you know what you saw. You know what
Exactly.
you saw. Yeah.
I'll never forget it as long as I live because it was up close and personal. And I'm so glad that my son, my niece, my brother Bug, aka Kurt, well, Kurt is his real name, aka Bug. I miss you. Rest in peace. But we all saw it. And every time when we play that tape and I hear the voices and stuff, and
Hmm.
sometimes years later I might change it up or something because it was years ago. But when I replay that tape, I'm like, okay, I'm going off of me because I'm looking at this thing in real time. And all I can say is that it was amazing. But what tells me that it wasn't from this world, just everything that it did. This thing, it wasn't just an object, man. It was like it was a life form. It had
Yeah.
intelligence. It wasn't like a drone and somebody controlling it. This thing, it had I cannot make this make sense. I mean, it's like imagine a fireball, but it's a life form and it got
Hmm.
intelligence, and it's like it was like a ball of energy. It was like energy, like swimming around in it, and it was like the most beautiful reddish orange that I've ever seen, and it was pulsating, and it was like a lot of shit swimming around in it, and all of a sudden it got real bright, and it dripped another one and spawned another one. I don't know what the fuck does that. I
Hmm.
don't know. It's like I said,
Yeah.
it's shit out there that is beyond our human minds that we can't
Yeah.
even comprehend. It's so fucking advanced and so fucking different. It don't obey nothing human,
Yeah.
no laws of nature, and it's beyond that. It supersedes us. So it's like if they was to come and see us and be like, damn, I don't know if I want to communicate with them. They kind of fucked up. They
Yeah.
fighting each other. They some fucking savages. Look at this shit. They got nuclear
Hmm.
bombs and shit. They got damn. What the fuck would they try to do? We too advanced for this evil savagey shit. So I don't know, but I know what I do know is that it's something other than us that's
Out
different.
there.
And I can't make no sense out of it with my human mind. All I can do is just tell you what the fuck I saw and what the fuck
Yeah.
I videotaped and what showed up on the videotape, and y'all saw it. And if you want to go back and rewind it, I go ahead and rewind it. When you look at that tape, you're gonna see two orbs. It looked like two little stars or something up in the sky. One sitting right here, and the other one sitting right there. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see a plane flight underneath them, and they're gonna disappear. And that's when I was like, fuck this. When they disappeared, I'm like, let me go ahead and turn this camera off. I'm not capturing shit on the viewfinder anyway. I'm not picking up shit because nothing is coming up. So I just shut it down when they disappeared, when the
Hmm.
planes flew underneath them. But once when I shut the camera down, them motherfuckers reappeared, and we continued to be on that porch staring at them until they just slowly they floated off, and we lost track of them in a bank of clouds. But I'll never forget that as long. I still can't believe it. Every time I think about it, it's like it's like it happened yesterday.
So when it happened, did you immediately your first thought was UFO, or you were trying to make logical sense out of it?
Well, when I first saw it, I thought UFO because you got to remember back in 1997 when we had the Phoenix Lights event, everybody was reporting, that they had saw reddish orange orbs. And then, the initial sighting was the boomerang craft, the mile long fucking craft shaped up like a boomerang.
Hmm.
But they said it was orbs docking with this craft and undocking with this craft. And then at 10 something, it was a second sighting where you had the orbs, and they tried to lie and say that it was flares being dropped because it was like near Air Force Base.
Yeah.
But those you can clearly see in the video that there are not no flares. Flares
Mm-hmm.
are floating. It's a smoke trail, and them motherfuckers they gonna float down.
Mm-hmm.
These lights stayed solid for like over a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and they did not move. They was just solid. They didn't move. They didn't float. They didn't venture off. They was locked. And what's the word for it? They was just aligned in the sky, and flares don't, flares flicker. Flares gonna be moving, floating the downward. These lights didn't do that. They stayed solid in the sky, and they just blinked off one after another. And that part was caught on video. But
Mm-hmm.
when I saw it, I automatically, my logic was, shit, it's an orb. And
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I can't believe that I'm witness this, because you usually hear about shit like this on TV, on the news, and shit like that, man. But I couldn't believe it, and to this day I can't believe it. But I came with the receipts, and y'all saw what I saw. Y'all saw the
But you
two
also,
lights. We ran the video. But you know what I forgot to ask you?
what's up?
How in the hell did you end up on ABC News, my brother? You said you've been on like 3 TV shows and a game show. Talk to me about
So
that.
I so in 2017, the hospital I was working at had bought a new piece of equipment called a O-arm, and what that O-arm allows the doctor to see, it actually gives real-time MRI images and real-time X-rays of the spine. It's typically used by what you call ortho spine doctors who are trying to stabilize somebody's spine.
Mm,
So they just got the equipment in. It was around April, and one of the it was my director and the public relations guy, and they were like, "Hey, uh, would you be interested in talking about yourself? Because May 4th, the Star Wars holiday is coming up, and we want to kind of promote this uh, piece of equipment, the O-arm, and we're going to put this in the background, but we're going to have you, just talk about yourself, being your name Darth Vader." I was like, "Okay, cool, I'll do it." They're like, "We're going to post it on our Facebook page." I was like, "Okay, that's cool. I don't care." So we did it was like a 3-4 minute little interview with the O arm in the background. Did it like on a Friday,
mm.
and like that Monday, it went viral. The
Wow.
phones were ringing off the hook. So I did. I did. Good Morning America.
Ooh.
Good Morning Canada. Um, Yahoo came to my job and did a piece. That particular day they came, I was the number one trending topic on
Wow.
Yahoo.
Man. See,
Um,
we got celebrities here, Gun Freak
oh
Nation. You
man, I
feel
ain't no
me?
celebrity. I'm
We
just a
got
regular dude.
celebrities on here. You
And
dig?
then it because it had went viral, some producer out in LA called me and was like, "Hey, would you be interested on coming on the a TV show called To Tell the Truth?" I was like, "Sure." I don't know anything about the TV show. They was like, "Well, it's hosted by Anthony Anderson along with his mother."
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, "Oh, okay, that show."
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll go have fun. It's a free trip." Uh, it's like, okay, well, we want to do a interview with you and make sure the producers like you and see if they want to run with the story. And so one of the producers uh, called me and we did a Zoom meeting, and they were like, "Yeah, we need to get you out here." So uh, got to go to LA and film the episodes. Actually, episode number 303. And so what they have is three contestants. One is the real person. The other two are decoys. And
Mm.
you have a panel of four celebrity judges. So my particular episode, it was Mel Brooks, Cloris Leachman, Nikki Glazer, and another young lady.
Okay.
And so, of course, they didn't. I wasn't picked, so it was the two other guys that were picked. And so when they said, "With a real Darth Vader, please stand up" at the end, and I stood up, you could see the shock on everybody's face, the judges and the audience. But what was funny was my wife was in the audience, and when my segment came on, the guy next to her was trying to guess, and so she leaned over and said, "I know who the real Darth Vader is." And he was like, "No, you don't." She's like, "Yes, I do, because the real Darth Vader is my husband." And that's when he put it together. He was like, "Oh," and so it was a fun experience.
Yeah.
Actually, to meet Anthony Anderson, meet his mom,
Oh wow.
um, Mel
Yeah.
Brooks. Actually, so once you finish the filming, all the contestants come back on stage. We wave to the crowd and talking about uh, the comeback for another show and whatnot. And so they cut the cameras. They were like, great, great recording. So we all went back to get ready to head back to the dressing room. And right behind me was Mel Brooks. And he didn't seek out nobody else. He came and he sought me out.
Mm.
And he kissed me on one cheek and slapped me on the other one. So I guess we mazel talked. And he was like, "You're gonna do great in life, kid," and turned around
You
and walked
did.
away. And I was like, "That was Mel Brooks,"
Mm.
and that was it. It was a fun experience, man.
Yeah.
It was something.
Yeah. Man.
But what I did realize too is that uh, Hollywood is not for me. I'm just a humble guy. I don't I can't be around that fakeness. And there's some real people out there in Hollywood, but it's not known for that. It's known for the fakeness and what they can get out of you, why they can, why you the hotness. So
Yeah.
um, being a regular guy and just having a regular life is definitely where I belong. Um,
Right.
like I said earlier, man, it was um, a tremendous and humbling honor to be on your platform to tell my story and to show my appreciation for all your hard work and your authenticity. Um, I'm looking at the comment section. These people are going, "Wow, what's up 24/7?" He's a nut job. That in my mind, he's a professional agitator, so I'm gonna let him roll with that one. But everybody has been
Yeah.
going wild in the comment
It's
section.
showing you love,
But
my brother. It's
but
showing you love.
I exactly, man. It's an honor to be amongst like-minded people and to know that we're all in this together, trying to make this 2A community safer
Yeah.
and squelch the public's ignorance about guns and what it is to be a gun owner.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
got the perfect platform for that. And like I said, there's so many different YouTubers out there just pushing out content, but it's not genuine. And in this day and age, what we're in, and the way society is going, stop looking at fake news, man. People need authenticity. People need realness. Like I
Yes.
said when we was on the phone, real is rare. But when you find it, man, you need to gravitate to it and hold on to it because people right now will use the hell out of you for their own gain, man. And
Yes.
so I've always um, rocked with you from day one. Like I said, with the $4 nightstands and sitting on the edge of the bed, dancing across the screen. And I was like, man, I don't know what it is. I just got to keep supporting this brother with his content. And you know,
Thank you.
I'm extremely grateful for you and everything that you've done, man. I appreciate you.
Oh man, you about to make me cry. I'm telling you, I'm about to
Bro,
be a
shut up,
little
man.
bitch.
Hey.
Be a little bitch and start crying. You know what I'm saying? I love you too, brother. I
Yeah,
love
man.
every single one of
God
you
bless. God bless.
who love me. I love you back even more. You know, 10 times over, I love you back more because I
Yes,
really
sir.
do fuck with you and appreciate y'all for rocking. You know, with the nation. You know, I never thought. You know, 8 years ago that my this me cussing and all that shit and saying
Hmm.
blow a savage's brains out if they break in on you. I didn't know that it would turn into this and that it would resonate with so many people in walks of all life, from the richest of the rich to the poorest of the poor. It's all right walks of life that's in God Freak Nation. Black, white, everything in between, gay, straight, it don't matter. At
Yes,
the end
sir.
of the day, if you got a righteous heart, a righteous soul, you belong here. It don't matter about all this your skin tone and your religion or political affiliation, man. We in here, we're all righteous human beings at the end of
Hmm.
the day. And that's what it's
Absolutely.
all about. And we got to, stick together, stay together, and, united we stand, divided we gonna motherfucking fall. So we got to come together, put all of the petty bullshit aside, like I be saying, religion, politics, uh,
Hmm.
race, all that shit, man, was put here to divide us any kind of way. So
Yeah.
we gotta elevate beyond that shit. But it's been a pleasure, my brother. Please don't tell me this would be your only time on here, because this is your home and you welcome to come back. I would love to have you on the panel with my nephew Rest B, my brother James Walker, Eyes and Ears
Yes, sir.
Tactical. When you ready to come on here, I've been trying to get your ass on here and you acting camera shy, Eyes and Ears. You got to come on, man. I'm
Hey,
not gonna bite you. I'm not gonna
you
bite you. But
you say
brother,
the
I
you
just
say
want
the word. You say the word. I'm there, brother. You say the word. I'm there.
don't say that now. Don't. Hey, don't be saying that. I might be hitting you up. I might be
Hey,
hitting you up later tonight. You know what I'm
that
saying? To
hey,
go live and
that's
play that music, that Gun Freak music that it is out. It's out right now. Gun Freak Music 6. It's now out on all major platforms. I keep forgetting to put the goddamn link
okay.
up. My bad, y'all. But it is out. Just Google it. You'll find it. It's stream it. You ain't got to buy it. I prefer you buy it, but you ain't got to buy it. Stream it.
Streaming.
And I'm
Okay.
making money off of it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's out. But brother, this, I ain't gonna lie to you. This has been one of my, I can tell you right now, this is gonna be one of my top five, nope, top two lives. It's just something
Oh
about
man,
your
I
spirit,
appreciate
brother.
that, man. I appreciate
and
that.
and
Thank you.
you just got a gentle soul, and you're very knowledgeable, and
Thank you.
you dropped a lot of knowledge and advice, important advice on the nation tonight, and I just appreciate you so much for sharing that knowledge. And it's always a
Yes,
pleasure
sir.
to have a brother like you on board, because you just bring so much to the table. And this been, I told y'all that this was gonna be legendary and epic, and it did. This is like, I'm gonna be like, this is like my favorite fucking live. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you,
This,
man.
yes,
Appreciate you.
this is my fucking favorite live. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold you no more. I told you we was gonna do an hour. Look, time flies when you're having fun. It's over 2 hours, you know.
Oh, that's
But I
fine,
don't
man.
want
That's
to.
fine.
Yeah, I don't want to hold you up. But once again, everybody show Darth Vader some love. You know what I'm saying? Show my brother some love, man.
I
He
salute
blessed us tonight with some knowledge. He blessed us tonight with some knowledge, and I appreciate it, man. Thank you for being a day one. I love you. I
you. Yes, sir.
respect you,
I love
and
you back, brother.
hey, man, we the best. You hear me? And on that note, We are out, Gun Freak Nation. You know, y'all stay armed. Stay responsible with your firearms. Stay righteous and be ready to send that savage to Funky Town. We out this bitch.
Oh,
Once again, salute.
I ain't mean to flash the water gun either.
Yeah. It was a water gun. It was a water gun, y'all. It was a water gun. Much love. Appreciate y'all, Gun Freak Nation. Salute, baby.